Hello, welcome to this video. Thank you so much for tuning in and sharing this now moment with myself and with one another. If you haven't seen these videos before, welcome back if you have. My intention is the highest levels of love, light, benevolence for all, oneness. And I'm just gonna go into a little flow. I'm gonna move back a little bit. The energies for me are a little strange today. It feels like a mushing of all kinds of energies, and the picture that my guides showed me earlier when I'd asked for some guidance was Ghostbusters with the streams, like the original Ghostbusters when they cross the streams. And I keep getting this message about crossing the T's and dotting the I's, and it's almost like there's some sort of huge alchemy going on right now. Obviously, all eyes are on Australia right now. For me, I mentioned in several of my videos that I've been focusing on Uluru, among other things, but that's primarily it, although this is branching into many different parts of Earth and beyond. So I see this like lightning going through the, for lack of better descriptions or words on my own knowledge, are ley lines. A lot of my sisters have been seeing the snake and the serpent and dragons, and all of this for me has to do with ley lines and more. But for right now, that's what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing this lightning and water and fire, of course, traveling through these energy lines. And my guides keep talking about singing lines, dream lines. So I'm gonna just go into a little flow. And that was my energy update. Obviously, it's a little mushy for me today. I am a little tired. My sleep has been disrupted quite a while now, primarily with either crazy dreams or waking up a lot. Today I had a lot of looking at the clock at not every hour, but I saw 11:11, 2:22, 3:33, 4:44, and so on. And that's usually, and I was seeing a reference to triangulations. So there's a lot going on that I still have yet to interpret. And a lot of the messages that I'm getting are very coded. And the message that my guides have been sharing with me is it's meant to be that way. So I'm gonna just go into flow. A lot of energy coming in, so I'm just kind of allowing this to expand out. For many, the pineal gland is being activated. I keep hearing shown home. As we step up, as we zone into our future selves on this current timeline trajectory, currency, see through the currents, feel the currents zinging, zigzagging through the veins, through the construct that is your reality empire, striking to the core, the heart, striking into the temples. I'm hearing Empire Strikes Back, Knights Templar, like I'm seeing lightning going through these things, concepts, timelines, whatever it might be. Deconstructing that which was built on chaos, and not in the sense, by the way, they're using this as a play on words, not like through all things. You know, there's order behind chaos. It was like man-made chaos. I'm hearing dead men tell no tales, like Pirates of the Caribbean. Skulls and bones. I'm gonna pause just for a moment. It's getting a little emotional there. So I'm seeing literally lightning hitting bones. Bones in the earth, bones in us, bones that are buried in catacombs, lighting up, lineages, allowing for rebirthing. I'm seeing concave, like some type of concave alignment. Lighting up. So it's almost like this knowledge has been released. This is so many layers. It's very multidimensional. That there have been, when I said don't dead men tell no tales, this like, almost like there had been some, like we were cut off from some ancestors. And because we were cut off, there needed to be a huge energy surge, so to speak, in order to activate. And what I'm hearing, and to, I don't know that word, but I'll try to say it. It's a play on words. Actonate. Lots of things going on. So I'm seeing the message that because of a series of events that have activated the catacombs, the caves in the earth, the crystals in the earth, the bones that have been buried from our ancestors that were kept secret, but that were also keeping secrets because they were inside of the structure, and that's been released. I think that's kind of the Ghostbusters. They're referring to Ghostbusters, and if I think of dead men tell no tales, it's the pirates' cross bones, right? And what's happened is because that has been released somehow and triggered, it has triggered a release in us because everything is connected. I know this is like a very multi-layered, multi-dimensional message and concept that's coming through. So it can be literal, but it's also bigger than that, they keep saying. I'm seeing bubbles in matter. Timelines collapsing, bridges are, again, this crossing of the streams. I'm hearing something about a counter rotation. Getting things back on track. Some may feel less lucid during these moments of reconstruction. I'm seeing like the yellow tape that you put up at construction sites. Others will feel very lucid and very easily able to, they're showing me like an eel sliding in and out and sliding through the water. This can come in stages for some. Emotions may be stirred. They're showing like it could be a kind of this, a construction phase where boundaries are kind of being combined. And they're also showing me that as we combine our forces as one in this light, we are striking at the heart of the empire. So we're firing up our trans receivers, our conduits, our antennae, if you will. koyaha ki in the air stak ua wahek ik ia hamoa wak a hewa wa muk ua waet ishtiak ua. The language of the ancestors will come bubbling up for many, coming forth, pouring forth from the architecture. And they're showing me that it's not only through light language, people are going to start speaking more of it. It's going to be discovered possibly through writing, right? Through something that's being discovered that essentially needed activation in order to be discovered. So it's kind of like, I've referred to this before, that movie, I think it's called Midnight Special, where we need sunlight. The kid needs sunlight in order to see this city that's been there the whole time. That's kind of what I'm seeing. It's like this city has been there the whole time, right under our noses. And so we are being, it has been exposed, so to speak. I'm also hearing, do not believe what the mainstream media says. Surprise, surprise. But it's only partial truth, and it's only part of what is going on in the layers. So you guys, this isn't just about disclosure. This isn't just about, this is like layers. So this truth that we're discovering is within us. It's what we've always known about ourselves. And they keep saying, go within. What we're feeling is an emulsion, is what they're saying, an emulsion. Maybe that's a mix between emulsifying and immersion. As you go within, you hone in on your very own architecture that holds within your bones, within your blood, this insurgence, this surgence, this re-emergence, this re-emerging, merging together in unified oneness with all that has been, I don't know if transgressed is the right word, but I'm hearing transgressed. It's like things were blocked because, and what they've also shown me, this is a sidebar, but it's also in reference to what I'm talking about now, is that there's been this surge of light worker connection because of the desire to come together in oneness. In addition to that, there's been the fires in Australia. And of course, I tie this back in with Uluru because I've connected through that portal for years now, as many of you have as well. And what happens is we're all focusing, our focus and intention. Our focused intent isn't just on rain, it's on love and peace, and we care for one another, and we're coming together sharing our experiences. With that focus, what they're showing me is that was almost the word that comes through as a requirement for this higher level activation that it's all in divine timing. So we are assisting Mother Earth in this activation, in this lineup. They're showing me like this galactic, they're saying galactic pressure, like acupuncture, but it's galactupuncture. So that tells me it's through the meridians, the nadis, the ley lines, but beyond the ley lines, like the magnetic lines, the torus of the earth, the magnetic fields, the electricity in the, they're saying piezo electricity. There I go again, mispronouncing. The piezo electricity coiling through the earth. And that's again back to the serpents. And this is in reference to Kundalini aspiring. And this also has to do with us. Transmorphing, transfixing, transgenesis, new beginnings, merging with old timelines to then close out certain architectures that were blocking the acupuncture meridians, the chakra points, the nadis and canals. And I'm hearing for unlawful carnal knowledge. So it's almost like that very man-oriented 3D, 2D, lower density blockages are coming undone. I was getting the word earlier, slip knot, and like Celtic knot, it's like it's imploded, and it's causing these old architectures to basically collapse. And what happens is this can be felt physically for those that are sensitive, and it's being felt physically for a lot of people. It's almost like when these things happen, we wake up, literally, and I'm hearing all kinds, so I'm just going to back into that flow a little bit. They're showing me a dump is occurring. So basically, it's like when your computer dumps and it kind of things shut down and things don't work right because all of that crap is being dumped. And also, I had an article, and they're kind of drawing my awareness to this. My higher self is talking about this article on quantum materials and how they found this quantum material in the universe. And I'll have to post this on Instagram or on my blog. And it doesn't die. The scientists thought that once it burned out, but they were showing how it is like the compost that I've been talking about. So basically, when you turn something into, it can be used again. So it's recycled, but so a lot of this is being dumped. It's like a cosmic dump, so that we can come through and get and clean and glean, is what they're saying, the information that is relevant for our expansion, and get rid of the rest that we don't need. There's a lot of stuff that is just clutter, is what they're saying, clogging the pores, clogging the portals, the epidermis. It's like it's been bubbling up underneath the earth, or it's been coagulated. So I'm seeing, again, as above, so below, us, as well as the volcanoes and the fault lines and the ocean, and everything's just, and all of the information that's stored in this body of Gaia and of the cosmos is going through a huge, they're saying chakra upgrade, but that is a play on words as well. Chakra upgrade. I'm hearing like chakra, and I'm seeing a reference to the sun, and I'm getting emotional again. I'm just going to let these energies come in for a minute. So if I think of it's chakra, they're saying nadis, nodding. I'm hearing Nottingham. I'm hearing nodes are all receiving upgrades. Access points are being resurfaced, resurgence. It's almost like I see, we'll say, the hands of God with shock. What do you call it when you go and your heart needs to be reset, and they put the shock on the heart and it pumps, and then all this electricity surges. That's what I'm seeing going on, or has happened and is continuing to happen. So whenever you have that shock, it's like you shock, and then it's clear, stand back, And then it might have to happen a couple of times before the body resets, so to speak, and starts again. So I'm actually going to end on that note, because that's the gist of what I'm feeling. And I'm just going to keep this a short and sweet one. So in love and light, you guys, have fun resetting, drink a lot of water, get in the sun, raw. One little last bit of light language. Tone down the chatter. Tone down the chatterbox. When I think of chatterbox, I think of the television. And the chatterbox, if you think of the throat, it's like, are we really talking about things that are making our lives better? Are we having conversations that are, I'm hearing, intoxicating, right? So what are we is it bringing us joy? Are we feeling this, are we feeling this joy and gratitude? I'm seeing a rat. Year of the rat. Awesome. I believe that is coming up, isn't it? Golden rat. It was not gold. No wonder why my dog has been going crazy. I think those are good luck as long as they're not in my house. They're outside. Whoa, gonna have to take care of that. I'm gonna say that's good luck right now. But back to the message, there's a lot going on, and we are guiding what's happening to a certain extent. We are in a space of expansion, and as we stay in the space of expansion, as we tune out, I'm hearing the drones. So it's like there's this droning going on. There's the things that are guiding us on what to watch, how to watch it, where to look. And we know here in our hearts where it is that we need to focus on. And if we're not talking, walking, watching something that makes us feel expanded, then what's the point? Unless we're just having a moment where we need to just unplug or plug in to zone out, I guess. But I feel that for a lot of us, that isn't what brings us bliss anymore, right? It doesn't bring us the same joy or bliss that doing that used to. Now, for me, when I zone out, I watch, the Discovery Channel or the Smithsonian or National Geographic about Mother Earth. I love all the blue earth. I watched a show the other night about cuttlefish and whales, and found many synchronicities in what was coming through. And I will watch mindless television shows too, once in a while, but I always find synchronicity in those because I'm focusing on it and I'm aware of it. And so it's like, be playful and find something that doesn't, they're saying, incite or instigate fear. So it's more about fear removal, and let that dump rather than feeding that as well. So in love and light, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in and sharing this now moment with myself and with one another. And I have more to share, so much. Thank you for your patience on me getting back to any questions and such. I have not gone into that in a while, but I will. In the meantime, enjoy the sun, enjoy the week, and enjoy life on Earth as much as possible. Find the moments of joy. In love and light. Namaste.